Stand by, cam roll.
Music. And 3, 2, 1, track.
Hi, I'm Geoff, I'm the director, and today is the first day of our shoot. Being my first music video, we were very ambitious. We had a lot of creative ideas that we wanted to push forth. That meant zero compromise because it was my first and I was just really adamant about wanting a lot of my ideas come true. Lifting a car and drowning the Willows and stuff like that. So it was a very ambitious undertaking.
Oh yeah, it's the money! It's the money!
Market.
Okay, lunch.
This song resonated with me in a deep way because my wife's mum lost her fight to depression and was suddenly lost without any warning. And watching my wife literally save herself through the trauma of losing her mum that was so close to her gave me first-hand insight into this horrible thing that plagues a lot of people who quietly go through depression without the world knowing around them. And this should stop. I mean, you know, it should be heard. And I think we all need to rally behind whoever that needs that attention and save them.
Oh, very nice! Woo! Very nice. Yo, what's up, dog? It's your boy Exhibit here. For Pimp My Ride. We heard you like screens. So we got screens outside your car. Oh, that's such a dated joke, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's it. We wrote the song, so obviously it came from a very personal place. For myself, I definitely went through a dark period as well. You know, it was a period sometime last year where I was toying with this darkness or this depression, but in the very same way in which the song talks about it, I struggled with asking for help. You know, I couldn't save myself because I felt like the moment I talked about it or told people about it, the pain became real. It was almost like I was legitimizing the pain, which I didn't want to do. But it's really important to do that, to take that first step and to say, like, I'm not okay, I need help. And once you take that first step, the rest becomes really easy. And thankfully, I had really good friends in my life who were able to support me through it. So I got out of it by asking for help. And thus, the song.
Rehearsal, but please give me a proper rehearsal because your body positions, your expressions are all very important for me right now.
The most powerful scene for me is towards the end, where the hull of the car, the carcass lifts from us and reveals us in almost a monstrous, weird state. We realized that it would be kind of contrived to be performing at the same time, and we felt like, you know, it was a beautiful analogy of depression. You know, sometimes the external force is lifted from you, but your being still can't shake it. And that was a very real thing, you know, because sometimes it's all in your head and we're actually free from it already, but we're still torturing ourselves. I guess that's a really good indication that we should let go and be at ease. So coming into Save Myself's music video, we knew very surely what we wanted from the video, which was to convey that sense of depression and fear and different facets of it. And Geoff came on board. He was very cool with his idea. It was a very strong vision that we immediately bought into, although we knew that it was going to be tough, not just for them to shoot, but for us to be in it. But again, sometimes, you know, you have to put yourself in tough positions to tell good stories. Cool.
This watch is getting more love.
What we tried to do was scratch the surface a little bit with this idea of dreaming. Looking into the 10 most common dreams that you have, so things like whether you're falling or you're flying or you're being chased by something or you're chasing after something. For me, I dream about being chased a lot, and apparently that kind of means that you're not dealing with big issues in life that you should be. I've always found that it's actually really reflective of my life and the things that I'm going through. And it's sometimes a really nice reminder for you to kind of pay more attention to little details that you might be overlooking, or sometimes you're running too fast through life that you don't stop and kind of check back on yourself to make sure that you're okay, or you're doing something that you should be doing and not doing things that you should not be doing.
Fucking shag!
How long was it? I have no idea.
Very long, like taste it.
Yeah, the longest. But it was so good because you kept giving. Awesome.
I was thinking maybe if I stop giving, he'll say cut.
That was pretty intense. I mean, we were going from desperation, so I guess that helps. So I was like sprinting non-stop for like, I don't know, how long was that? It was like 40 seconds. And there's more. That was round one. We need to prep, be ready, and then there's jumping on the trampoline, more running, and then there's swimming tomorrow.
A lot of activities.
A lot of activities.
3, 2, 1, go!
So save myself is a cry for help. I grew up being one of those people that, well, people come to for advice when they have a problem. And, you know, as you grow older, people kind of expect you to have your life in order, and on the contrary, I think it's really quite the opposite. I think as you grow older, life gets a bit more complicated, and even though you may have had answers for people's problems, you start to have your own problems. And as the line in the chorus goes, so good at helping when it's somebody else. It can be difficult to, you know, ask for help for yourself, whether it's an ego thing or maybe you just don't have the right people to talk to. But the truth is that everybody needs help at one point or another in their life.
Geoff had a very clear vision. He stuck through to it. I think that was the coolest thing, you know, like we had to get the car to fly. We had to get the rain, the falling, the drowning, all these things had to happen. And so they did. And when you want something strongly enough, it just happens.
The creative juices kind of flowed very instinctively, pretty much. I mean, I sat down with, you know, my partner in crime, my cinematographer Kelvin. He was instrumental in helping me realize the seemingly impossible task of executing all the various effects and shots that we wanted. To me, end of day, it's about surrounding oneself with, you know, the most talented people, and together they could help you realize your goals and dreams.
Go back and like that.
While shooting a music video, we were actually in real pain because we had to run for a very long time. We had to drown, and then there were bugs in the swimming pool, so it wasn't a very pleasant experience. But I mean, the video turned out great. So how the visuals, it relates to real pain.
Was that an extra hand?
No, it's not. Thank God. So, if you're wondering what just happened, my hair got stuck in the fan. I'm all good. My hair is not, no, it's fake, so it's okay. Thank God it's extensions, so I'm not crying, I'm just gonna get new ones.
Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home.
Because you go army, that's why.
Okay, 3,
Not fair.
1, go!
Dreaming is definitely a very interesting idea because it's probably the best kind of map that you have of your subconscious or your mental state. You know, dreams can be absolutely ridiculously, insanely crazy, and sometimes you can have very simple dreams that reflect maybe a simple desire.
I also had a severe fear of trampolines. I busted my ribcage once at a trampoline park, so going onto the trampoline for the shoot was something really challenging for me. I went last, but had tons of encouragement from the crew and my bandmates. Even though it was so hard for me, again, you know, the symbolic gesture of falling was important, and I knew I had to overcome it.
Guys, we're clearing out this place, so make sure you get all your belongings out. Do not leave anything here.
Thanks, teacher. One more day. One more day, end of day 2. Woo!
So, we're on day 3, and we're gonna go underwater, and it's gonna be really cold. And yeah, we're gonna be drowning a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, go.
Here, go this way now. Here, is it? From here.
Fear is something we have to overcome every now and then. The fear of drowning was real to me. I'm sure most people have a similar fear. I'm not so much afraid of the water, but I'm more afraid of drowning. So when we were shooting the drowning scene, it was cold, dirty, filled with dead insects, and very frightening. And the fear in my eyes were really there. The symbolic meaning was important to the video, and it's something that I told myself I had to power through.
Very, very nice. Can you try one more time?
This way. Rotate. Empty, yeah? Spot wide. Okay?
Yeah. Reading is good. That's nice.
For us, we really just wanted to try and evoke that feeling and that emotion of being stuck, but not really knowing why. And I think that happens a lot in life, like the things that we choose subconsciously to suppress or things that we just do not want to look at. And that's not really great for people in general, because all these things that you suppress will eventually come back and hurt you in one way or another. And we really hope that people feel what we're trying to express. Sometimes it's not really about pinning a certain situation down to an example or a particular idea, but it's kind of just like the emotional baggage or the emotional weight that comes with it. And that's what we really tried to show in this MV.
No, you can do it. Say it to the camera.
It's a wrap. It's currently 3 AM, I think, and we're finally wrapped. Final day. I'll save myself. This better be the best damn video we've ever made, I swear.
I want you, when you watch it, to take home whatever you feel like you should be taking home. There's so many things in the video itself, in the song, that you can take out. Individual messages, there's also messages about being a part of something bigger, about being able to be the choir louder than the sea, even though you're submerged, you know, and about finding strength from weird places. But I really hope you remember that you're not alone throughout all this, that there are people around you who love you, that you're worth so much more than any of this weight that you're putting on yourself. That you're stronger than this and that you can beat it. And sometimes it's a scary step to ask for help, but that's the first step towards recovery, and we couldn't be more proud of you.